to Unfiltered Romance Nights, the podcast where we dive into romance books, spill spoilers, talk spice, and chat with the voices that bring the book world to life. We are your hosts, Colleen.
And I'm Marjorie. Tonight's episode is extra special because we are welcoming back one of our favorite authors. The amazing Jagger Cole is joining us again to talk about his newest release, Dance of Defiance. Jagger, welcome back, and we're excited to have you again on the podcast.
Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. Well, we had so much fun last time you were here, and we can't wait to catch up, chat about your new book, and maybe spill a little bit about what's next.
So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's get unfiltered with Jagger. First off, congratulations on the release of Dance of Defiance.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's start off with some author-related questions before we get into the book.
All right. You ready? Here we go.
I hope so.
So we're not going to go about, how'd you start writing? We already know all that. That's old hat now.
Right.
So
we go way back now. So
yeah. Just out of curiosity, this is one of our favorite questions, is when you're writing, do you tend to write in silence or do you have a playlist? And if you have a playlist, what do you listen to?
Kind of a mixture. Sometimes I am in total silence. I actually have I thought they were right here, but I just bought these new like very crazy huge noise cancellation like earmuff headphones.
Oh yeah.
That are white noise, just it's amazing. It's actually a little disorienting. But amazing. So sometimes something like that. And then a lot of times I do write to music though. And I'll have playlists for all of my books. And most of the time, most of the songs on that playlist are songs that I was listening to while writing certain scenes or writing certain sections of the book, or just like that song that just spoke to me, that was that's this book. And it was just on repeat a lot while I was conceptualizing and writing and all that. So and then a lot of times it's just classical music or ambient kind of. It's like I can listen to songs with lyrics, but only if I know them by heart. Like if I'm like, I can't put on like a new record and listen to that while writing, because it's just it's like imagine trying to write while someone's just speaking words, or like trying to count while someone's doing 5, 13, 197, it's insane. So if it's a song that's not forgettable, but something I've heard a gazillion times and I can I won't concentrate on it, then that's fine. But a lot of times it'll be something without lyrics. But
yeah, I would imagine classical would be the best, or jazz, because it's you're not really
I can see
listening
jazz,
to words.
A lot of classical. I think I wrote the last couple of books, I started putting in some they call it melodic death metal. I mean, I don't know how melodic it is, but it's it's lyricless, or the lyrics are in dark elvish, or metal is weird. I don't know. I mean, those metal heads are dorks. So so sometimes I'll just have this in the background, but it's chaotic enough from I'm running the scene, it's just it's invigorating, but there's no, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. I mean,
Right.
if they even are saying anything. So
That's
I have to brush up on my dark elvish. So
yeah. But those would be good for the the torture scenes or the action scenes that you'll have. So.
No, totally. Yeah.
What did my mom used to call that? Because I was in the 90s grunge era, and she used to call it "hang me from the rafters" music. Okay.
Mom, you can't say that. No, I think that's probably similar to how my parent, also 90s, when I came home with a Alice in Chains record or something.
Yes, they were the best.
What is this? This isn't James Taylor. No.
See, I didn't know anything about death metal music until I moved here in the US. So most of our music in the Philippines, we call them OPM. It's all either love songs or sad songs. You're trying to get out of your depression kind of thing.
Right.
So I mean, yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, so I know you kind of write in your office, but is there any like surprising or unusual place you've gotten inspiration for a scene?
Inspiration. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I get ideas very randomly. Like I'll have. I mean, my phone has hundreds of just like little like weird notes just labeled like scene idea or book idea or like sexy line or like some and like sometimes it's like things I've like woken up at 2 a.m. and been like, oh, that's genius, and then the next morning it's just something super dumb, like just like they fuck on a motorcycle, and I'm like, that's like, was that worth waking up for and like writing down? Like that's um so yeah, to varying degrees of usability, there's a lot of notes on my phone, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds so it sounds corny to say, but like the ideas just hit me like but they do. I mean, like it's I'll be going for a run or something, or I'll be making dinner or something I mean, it'll be random and then something. But in terms of like big ideas, I watch way too much TV. I watch like all the shows. Not reality TV, but I mean, if I watch like a trailer or um episode one of a show or something, and I'm like, oh, this is well written, it kind of doesn't matter what it's about. Like I'll watch it. Like I just, I mean, I've watched recently like um the last season of The Bear. I watched the most recent season of Platonic. I mean, just like random stuff that's just like, I mean, comedies or dramas or The Pit is really good if you haven't seen that. It's even if you don't like medical shows, it is just really well written. Um, and Noah Wiley, if anyone's going to do medical drama, I guess like typecasted, but yeah, so I mean, I guess that'll give me, I guess that's giving me ideas. Just like listening, or I mean, it's in a way you're listening to someone else's good dialogue writing. If it's good, like like there are shows that have dialogue that just kind of like jumps off the page or off the screen, I guess, and like that's necessarily directly inspiring, but it is inspiring to listen to good dialogue or to see good scene interactions and the way like story can flow through a narration, this, I don't know, things like that, but yeah.
I never thought about that. Marjorie and I, one of our favorite shows is
High
oh,
potential.
High Potential. Have you seen that one?
High potential.
So good.
No, I don't think so. I was thinking of high maintenance, but yeah.
Uh, it's like it's procedural, like cops, and yeah, it's cops, right? Like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And she remembers everything, like everything. And
Just
so
like
she can figure like the way she sees things. You have to
genius.
try it. Maybe you'll get inspiration.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. It's called high potential.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on. Is it
Hulu?
on Hulu? Yeah, Hulu.
That's where I watch it. Yeah.
I mean, I think the last one that I've seen was Monster Ed Gein's story.
Oh yeah,
That
I
was,
almost started that last night actually.
I binge watched it in
Worth.
like a day.
You
But that
did.
was like, I don't know, it was weird kind of movie. Like Charlie Hunnam
Well,
was,
yeah.
it's like Charlie
Like,
Hunnam was great in it, but I was like, okay, I feel like I need to go back to Sons of Anarchy just so
Yes.
I don't like remember him in this
I
thing. He
know.
did
something
really
light,
well,
like that
yeah.
motorcycle
But I was
drama.
just
But
like, it's weird because they included kind of like the Alfred Hitchcock, the Psycho. They had the how they were doing the movie about it kind of thing. So it was just, yeah, it was interesting. Interesting.
it's all, yeah. I always have like mixed opinions or like mixed thoughts on like the dramatizations of serial killers. Like how much of it is like kind of like like I don't know, building them up a little bit or making them sexy, and you're like, at the end of the day, they're like terrible humans who like tortured and maimed people. But um
It was different, I guess. Like you know, like I've seen some of like the Ted Bundy ones, but this one was definitely like not made them sexy or anything like that. It was just like, oh, okay. And then he's gonna be in the next season. Lizzie Borden.
oh yeah, okay.
Oh.
Mm.
Interesting.
But yeah,
I
it
mean, I
was just
say that, but
interesting.
like I write books about like sexy killers, so I mean,
Right.
I have nothing to stand on here, but
That's different. I think
True.
that's different because Ed Gein is a real person, while
right.
as the ones that we read are and you write are fictional. So I think it's different. Just yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I guess. Imagine if they were real. Mm.
I don't know. I don't think we'll
Uh,
survive this world.
oh, I know. I know because we like it. That's the thing. These mafia books, we're like, yes, yes. But like, I am such an anxious person. Like, if I was with someone like that, I'd be stressed the fuck out. Like, I would need like heavy doses of medication. I'd be like, I'm out. This isn't working.
well, it's like I mean, that's why I like. I mean, I love the fiction aspect that you can dial it up so much that yeah, like in real life, like so many of these relationships would just be like red flag parades, or like these guys are like just I mean, no, every friend and psychiatrist in the world would be like, get a restraining order. This is insane. Like he what? He broke into your house and flushed your birth control. Like that's
Yeah, yeah.
psychotic. And you're like in the book, you're like that's so romantic. Like
Right.
that he's the one. Like he's he
Yeah.
understands her. Like
I feel like a week into that relationship, we're like, I'm out. I'm gonna go to like an isolated island where you can't find me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Seriously. Oh my god. Anyway. Okay, so I know that this was a new do we want to call it a subgenre?
Subgenre,
yeah,
I
I
think.
guess.
Sort
Yeah,
of.
I
Yeah,
mean,
this was
yeah.
new for you. Um, are there any other subgenres or tropes that you have not written yet that you're thinking about doing?
I don't know. I don't know. And it gets tricky because it's like, no, actually, I truly don't think so. I've had people reach out and ask about me writing, like why choose or poly relationships. I don't think I'm ever really gonna. I mean, I won't say never, but I doubt I would. Um, it's just not really my
Yeah.
lane, I guess. But um, yeah, I could see the one thing I haven't written that I could see myself writing would be like a reverse age gap. Um, would be like yeah, like an older woman and yeah, like a younger guy. But I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, I think I've fielded that question to my like reader group before, and there was like 7 people that were like, "Yes, write that book," and then there were like 1,000 people that were like, "Do not write that book." So, um, well, I don't know. Again, never say never, but no, but this one, yeah, this one was a new one. I mean, this was, I mean, obviously, this was the male male relationship, but which was interesting. I mean, it is new. It's not as simple as being like, well, it's the same story, only they both have dicks. Like it's if only it was that easy.
Right, right.
Um, but it's not. I mean, it's in a way more complicated. I think like if you have in male female relationship books, like it's way easier to kind of not easier, but it's more. What's what I'm looking for? Natural is not the right word either. It kind of writes itself, I guess, in a sense where like he will be more of like the dominant force in the
Okay.
relationship.
Yeah.
And even if you're writing like a black cat heroine or like a heroine that's like smart and pushes back and isn't a pushover and all that stuff, like she still will tend to kind of portray more of a submissive role, or like in the push pull, like that's the dynamic you write. And I guess, and I've written I don't know how many of them at this point, so that's my default. And as I started to write this one, it was like it didn't even really occur to me until I started really writing and fleshing out the characters and like getting into like chapter 4, and it was like, oh right, like neither of them is the pushover. Like not like neither of them is at all like the submissive one, even though one is. But like, how do you write that? And like, it was harder to kind of write two like extra alpha kind of like dominant kind of in your face tough guys, um and then to write it in in a way that doesn't seem forced, where like one's just like you're right, like I'll be the bottom. Like it was just like, how do you make that where like it feels real and like an actual, outcome, I guess. And then once I got the hang of it, it almost became more fun. Like it was like I could push they could push each other. I was gonna say like metaphorically, but like physically, even in like ways where like you really can't write with like a male female relationship. Like it, not to say that they can take it to a violent level, because I that's actually not a trope, but like a in male romance books that I've read, I think sometimes, and I don't know if that's just because I'm a guy, but like I think it's not necessarily weird, but there are books where like, what am I trying to say here? I'm like five thoughts at once. Um, there are books where the relationship between the two men is violent to a degree that if they were a male female, if they were a straight couple, there'd be problems. Like, I mean,
Right.
from a reading perspective, you'd be like, this is fucked up, and you like, not that you shouldn't be writing it, but like that's a weird dynamic to read in a straight relationship. So why is it okay with it being a gay relationship? Like, why is that suddenly okay for them to like,
Right.
like kill each other or like, beat on each other? And and it's, again, there's the fiction line, and it's, I think you can push it a little more in that direction. You can, there can be this kind of like dominance on dominance kind of like power struggle and a physicality to it, that maybe that line is a little further back in a straight book, and in a gay relationship book you can kind of bring that a little bit more forward. But I don't know. And then, at the end of the day, also, like, it's not like straight or gay relationships are like monolithic. It's not like every gay couple is like two guys who box, and like, and every gay couple is not two guys who own a bed and breakfast in New Hampshire together either. It's like it's same with straight relationships. There's every couple is different and every human is different. So it's, yeah, but how do you distill that into a book, and how do you like portray a realistic relationship and with power dynamics and all sorts of stuff? So
Yeah.
I do kind
I,
of agree with that because I was like reading a bunch of romance recently, and they get a lot violent, more violent
mhm.
yeah.
than when it's a male female relationship. It's like, holy crap, do you actually like each other? Because you're like beating the crap out of each other. Like,
Right.
and, I mean, it's kind of like their foreplay, but I'm like, okay, I mean, but it's like, it's fine, I guess. They could take it, I guess.
And it's also like, it's like, the interesting thing too is that you're writing this for a mostly heterosexual female audience. Like, you're not writing this necessarily for like gay men to read. I mean, I'm sure gay men do read gay romances, but it's just like, I mean, there are straight men who read or who write who read heterosexual romance books, and like, but the predominant, reader group is definitely mostly straight women. So, and that's, I mean, that was actually interesting to kind of see before I even sat down to write this book, is like, kind of like doing the research and sort of, figuring like, yeah, who exactly is reading this, and like reading more male male romances myself, to kind of like get in that mindset before I wrote it. And just, it's, yeah, I mean, it is interesting that it's a heterosexual female audience that will read. And so in saying that, that is kind of part of like what you're writing for that audience. I mean, people who are reading this do want, I mean, that kind of like aggression on aggression, and the two, top dogs in the room kind of coming at each other, and like, how does that evolve into like a loving relationship beyond just the power struggle, and like,
Yeah. Yeah, I've read quite a few that way, and I don't know why us as women eat this shit up. Like, like I'm like, oh, romance, I'm in. I don't even care what it's about. I'm in. Like, what is it saying about me? I don't know.
They actually, I
well, I
mean,
mean,
like great ones too. Like they put you in a slump after you like read. It's like, I don't even want to read anymore right now, kind of thing. It's hard to get back into. So, um, all right, before we go back to the book, question: if you could give one piece of advice to new writers starting their journey, what would it be?
Um, I don't know. Um, I'm trying to say something that's not like ultra pretentious sounding. Find I was just like find a balance. Like fuck
Balance
you.
though.
Um, find no, but find yeah, it's about finding a balance. Not like the work life grind, not grind thing, but which is a whole nother thing. But finding a balance between like what you want to write or what you will enjoy writing, and then what will bring you readers and what will kind of give you a career. I mean, like, because yeah, I mean, you can end of the day you can write whatever you want, heedless of if it's going to sell, and if you don't care, you don't care. If you're truly just writing for yourself and you want to, I mean, I know people like that who write books that are like very unmarketable in contemporary romance, but they enjoy writing them and they don't
Oh,
make
okay.
much of a living doing it. It's definitely like a part-time gig for them, and that's fine. That's not to say that they're excellent writers. Um, they're enjoying it. They write a book and they publish it, and 20 people buy it, and that's great. That's it made them happy to write it. It's a story they needed to get out, and a couple other people also decided it was a great story that they wanted to read, and that's it. That's the end of the story. But if you're trying to like make it like your career and like you're trying to like support your family with it, or like if you're trying to, I guess like reach more readers and bring more people to your books and kind of make them a part of what you're doing, what you're writing, like it does require that you have to kind of focus more in on like what's not like what's selling. That makes it sound really cheap, but like like what are people reading? I mean, like what's selling on Amazon? What are tropes of the moment? And there's like a lot of romance is evergreen, but there are things that kind of come and go, like hockey. Like all of a sudden, hockey the last like what 2 years has been like a thing, and like and maybe that'll change. Maybe in 2 years it'll be baseball players. I mean, in terms of sports romance, or maybe we'll all get real tired of like Bratva guys, and it'll all be like Scottish mafia, if
Oh,
that
do
even
it.
is a thing. I mean, like,
Do it.
let's do it.
Let's finish the second gen
um,
first before we jump
for
off.
sure, yeah.
Like,
Filipino
No,
mafia. Let's
I
bring it
need a
in. I
good
mean, let's.
ginger.
I don't know about that. Like, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
um,
Mm.
so yeah, I mean, it's yeah, finding the balance of, but then on the other side of that coin is you can't just write what everyone else is writing and you hate it, because I know people who I've done that, where I've written a book where books where it's just like this isn't me at all, but it's like it's what I need to write and this is what people want to read, and they'll be able to tell if it's something that you're not into, and then you won't be able to sustain it yourself because you'll hate it. So you have to find the balance of like, yeah, what do you enjoy writing, and what speaks to you as a reader or as a writer or whatever, the creative process, and blah 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 blah. But then there's also what's going to speak to other people too, and there is a balance there. There is a kind of finding a way to kind of bring in your colors with everyone else's colors. So yeah,
Yeah. I think that's a really good piece of advice, honestly, because like you said, I mean, you can write what you want to write, but is everyone going to want to read it, or a good amount of people?
Yeah.
So it's a good
Because
point.
I've seen like authors were like they bounce like different genres, and I was like, can you like I cannot tell what you're gonna write next, like expectation wise.
yeah,
Like with you, it's like I know it's like gonna be mafia, no matter what. Like whether it's
probably,
age gap or
yeah.
anyway, it's mafia. So I was like, okay, I know what my expectations. I know what I'm getting into. And then there are authors where like I've tried. It's like, weren't you like writing something else the last time? And now we're like, what is happening? Like,
It'd be like watching a show and then and for half a season it's Game of Thrones, and then on episode 7 all of a sudden it's like um you know Baby Yoda or something, and you're like you just be like what, like where that's okay, like it's you're kind of you're building a palette as a writer, and you're as an author, and you're trying to you should at least like, yeah, it's not necessarily you should, but like it's easier to have readers know what they're going to get with you if you kind of at least stay within like that color palette of like if I released next month like a funny office rom com, like that would be, it actually might be fun to write. It actually sounds like a lot of fun to write, but it would be really weird and kind of off putting and jarring to most people who read my books. So
And I think that's why sometimes authors will use a different name. Like they
yeah,
have
yeah,
different, like they'll have a
yeah.
pen name. Yeah. So, well, to switch gears now to get into the book, what inspired you to make this particular book an romance?
I kind of knew it when I was doing even the like book one of this series. I knew that there would be a gay romance within the series, and I kind of knew. I mean, I knew Val obviously, but I kind of knew it was going to be Roman also, and I wanted to like not set it up so obviously. Like which I just got some hate mail for actually the other day. Yeah, someone was not pleased that Roman turned out to be gay, but which is their prerogative. I guess it's my prerogative to delete that email and not respond. But yeah, it was. I knew I didn't actually know which book in the series it was going to be, but I knew it was going to be later on. And a certain degree of that is like building in a little safety, like having it be book one is a little like stepping off into the deep end in terms of it being like the first book I'm writing, and but to kind of build up the series a little bit more and kind of give people time to sort of like see this coming, kind of in a sense. But I had couples in other series that were like they were like side characters at best. I mean, like hinted at sort of other that bodyguard and her bodyguard, or like where were they, like just like little things that sort of like almost like tested the water to see like, are people going to be into this idea, am I going to just, and it's not to see if people would push back necessarily, but like it was fun to like write that and then get emails or messages to be like, is there going to be a book on these guys? And it was like, all right, like it's there, like, and there's been, I think in the last year and a half, 2 years, there have been a couple of like big standout kind of like darker mafia based stories that have really done really well and have really resonated with people, and it kind of seemed like this is a good time, like this feels like a good time to bring this in. It's not like I started writing romance with this like burning desire to bring into the mafia world. Like I didn't read a lot of it before like a year and a half ago. I mean, it doesn't really make it much difference, but I'm personally straight. I mean, it doesn't, but it's a genre, subgenre, whatever we're calling it. I have liked a lot of the ones I have read just because they are different, and it does have a different dynamic, and I think a lot of them do really cool things with like talking about toxic masculinity and like how you balance like being like a submissive in a relationship but also being a guy. And maybe as a male reader that kind of just like was more fascinating to me, like the way certain like a lot of writers kind of tackled that. But because I think, I mean, romance books are fun, they're escape fiction, they don't have to be these like, how do we tackle social issue type books. Like they probably shouldn't, honestly. They should be lighter, and like that's not, I didn't write a romance to be like let's talk about like like marriage equality. I mean, like I am for marriage equality, but like it's not, this book isn't a soapbox or anything like that. It's just I like writing about more representation. I mean, I wrote a whole series about Japan and like bringing in more Asian characters, and I just think it's, I don't know, it was a new thing. It was challenging in a way that kind of made it more fun to write and a little harder to write. And so yeah, I knew it was coming, and I knew this was going to be the series. it was going to come out in, pun very much intended. And yeah, this was it.
Love
And
that.
it's been yeah, I mean, it's been 99% awesome feedback from readers so far. So
Just that one damn email.
there was a couple damn emails, but
Oh,
For those
yeah.
emails, like, did they not read Kerr and Brooklyn's story? Because it was hinted in there.
Yeah.
Roman
Well,
was
and
hinted.
again, it's not like the book was released and people were surprised. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, the subtitle says an romance. I mean, the blurb is pretty specific that it's about two guys. I mean, it's not a surprise, but
Well, I feel like you also announce it quite a bit, like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, like longer, further back than most books. Yeah,
right, right, yeah. So it's not like it's a surprise.
yeah. I had my PR, my publicist or PR team were the cooler heads and convinced me to not dedicate the book to. I got an email like 2 months ago or something that was like, there better not be any woke shit in this book. I was like, I don't even know how to respond to that. Like,
that's
yeah,
great.
we're not going to see eye to eye at all, are we? Yeah, I was like, all right,
Just spam.
this is already over and a done with conversation. But or someone else was like, oh no, yeah, someone says, is there going to be any woke shit in this book? And I got a separate email, also a little while ago, that was like, is there going to be any gay shit? It's like, why woke shit and gay shit? There's going to be gay shit in this book. And I was
Oh
like,
my god.
well, yeah, like a significant amount of gay shit, actually. Like, it's like,
You might want to skip this.
lousy
Archie.
with it, actually. Yeah. And I wanted to dedicate the book to those charming individuals, and I was convinced not to. So seemed like a TikTok war waiting to happen. So
right,
yeah.
People are very brave behind the keyboard. I'm just gonna say that, like, because I don't think anybody would come up, like, if you're, like, there's a signing, I don't think anybody would come up to you and be like,
they're not that brave anyways. No. The woke one came from a fake email account. It was like a throwaway email. I was like, okay, like, look at the tough one over here. Like, yeah. So
at least if you're gonna send an email, like, be brave with it. Like, if you're gonna, like, type up that email, don't
link your personal Instagram and give me your LinkedIn, and we'll
go that way. Because I bet it's like, after they send that email, they're probably like, delete that account. Delete it. Like, nobody, like,
what an asshole.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean,
it's just, I always like tell us, like, people are like so brave behind the keyboard. It's like, come on, if you're gonna, like, say something like that, make sure you have your profile picture in there, like, all the things.
Well, and read what you want. I mean, like, no, you don't have to read this book. That's completely fine. I mean, that doesn't make you a bigot because you don't want to read like a gay romance. Like, it's, but if you ask those questions, maybe you are.
That's what pisses me off. Like, if it's something that's not for you, don't shit all over the people it's for. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy. Just, hey, don't download it. That's a thought.
Right.
It's it says it's an romance. There's also the blurb. Like, read the blurb. The blurb.
I hated this because it was about two men. Like, have you tried not reading it? It's
Like, how many hours did you waste your time just to get mad and then send that email? It's like, really? You have that much time? Like,
I know.
Ooh, this would be an interesting thing. What was the hardest scene to write in this book?
A couple of them. I mean, a couple scenes where again, like, in talking earlier about, like, violence, but, like, the scenes where, like, that's not necessarily violence, but, like, close proximity, sort of heated, antagonistic dialogue turns into physicality. It was hard to it was hard to write that from Roman's perspective, or even a concerning Roman. I mean, just being in the scene, because really did not want it to be this thing where he's like this like angry, big, tough, Bratva guy, and then all of a sudden just is just like yes, and like instantly just like begs Val to like do whatever, and like it's I wanted that to be this like a slow give in and a slow sort of like uh, coming to terms with it himself in the moment kind of thing, in a way that even if you're writing a straight romance where there's the heroine is inexperienced or something, like there is still, or there was still a slightly different dynamic and angle to it in terms of writing about Roman sort of like giving in or like realizing despite his protest that he does want this, and like this is what this is. And um so yeah, some of those, like that scene in the steam room was tricky. The scene in the alley, there's an alley scene that I wanted to be particularly kind of dark and violent as a sexual scene, and then to have it end the way it does where things are not good. Like it's how to writing that without making Val look like a complete piece of shit, like how to write it to make him angry and not just like a vindictive asshole, like that he's still a likable character after, like, I mean, spoiler, like doing what he did and then walking away essentially. So
I was actually waiting for that because I was like, okay, Val is eventually gonna get fed up in here at some point.
Well, yeah, it was
And he
warranted.
was just like,
yeah to build it up, right? So it's like you feel, yeah, that's good that I mean, as readers, you're like, yeah, it felt warranted. It wasn't like this, like, yeah.
I still felt bad, but like I didn't feel like, oh, you're a shit person now. No, I mean, I I think it translated really well.
Great, thank you.
No angry emails from me.
I don't think we ever do that. Like even like
Oh,
mean comments or anything like that.
no. And if I was gonna say something to anybody, I would stand 10 toes down on it. Here's my picture. Here's my email. First, middle, and last name.
Uh,
Oh,
I mean, I say
God.
that, but like here I am writing behind a pen name. So I mean, I'm email what you want. I don't know. It doesn't.
Is that really not your name?
but that's
I,
different.
do I really not have the coolest parents in the world who named me Jagger?
I don't know.
No.
Oh.
No, it's a pen. Yeah, it's a pen name. It's yeah.
But that's different though. I think it's like because it's like sometimes like with readers, author, that parasocial relationship that's happening, like where starts talking the author. That's that's understandable on the author's point of view to have like a pen name, just because we hear all that stuff and social media.
Yeah, for sure. And that's I mean, I am still like what 5 years into it now. I'm like, maybe I will go to signings. I don't know. Like my publicist has been like, next year you should really do a couple signings or panels or something, and it's like I'm really on the fence because I think part of it's just like I'm just shy, I guess. I mean, I'm not, but I'm, in terms of this, I think I am. And there's a little bit of an added dynamic of being like a male author, and like what I'm writing isn't like, not writing Nicholas Sparks books, like I'm writing like real filthy like fuck books, and like it's and there's a dynamic, there's a certain, I don't know, I worry about like it being a very public thing, or like my kids getting shit for it in school for like, oh, your dad writes porn, or like like okay. I don't know, I know I'm overthinking that, but it's who knows.
No, I can understand that.
Who's the country singer that has the mask? Who's that guy?
Oh, an author or an audio?
No, he's a country singer. He's he wears like a fringe mask. That's gonna bug me. But it was his whole thing was like no one knew who he was. Like, oh, what's his name? It's really gonna drive me nuts.
A country singer?
Yeah, he's like, and he's very crooner sounding. Like he sounds like hang on, I'm doing two things at once. Orville Peck. Orville Peck, is that his name? Orville Peck.
Orville Peck, yep, you are.
Yeah,
It
Orville
is
Peck. Yeah, I think he
okay.
recently took the mask off, but for like the first like 5 years of his career, he wore like this big cowboy hat, obviously, and like a fringe Venetian mask with like fringe that came down, and like he sounds like Roy Orbison. I mean, he's like this very like
Oh,
older kind of
okay.
crooner sort of. Yeah, but anyways, I should have done that. I should just I'll go to
You could
signings with
do
like.
that.
You can still
There's
do like
someone.
masks. There's
Alina
still
May
like
does it.
yeah, Alina May does it. When we interviewed her, she wore a mask, so we
Oh
can have
yeah,
like the
maybe
video.
that's who I was. Someone was telling me about someone who does signings, but she
And
wears
she does, yeah.
like a
Face
surgical
You
mask
should
or
just
something.
wear a
Yeah,
full
like
ski mask. Just do it.
it's so sketchy, just like full
That'd be like,
balaclava, like
Yeah,
wait, who
or
is
just
this
like a
again?
scream mask or something, or like one of
do
those
it.
Exactly.
neon stitch
Yeah.
masks or something.
Yeah. I think that would work. I mean, like I said, Alina, she did Sinners and Stardust, and she had mask on, like a face mask for her.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it seems like a lot. I'm like,
I mean, I would say like start like smaller signings than like
Oh, that you could
big
do
ones
that.
because that's like
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
I mean, and then
I,
everybody will flock on that that
oh my god.
signing,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
they'll be like, wait, he's signing, then
People
everybody's
would
gonna be
freak
there
out
from.
for sure.
there's that he's like a joke erotica author, um Chuck Tingle. Did you guys ever hear about Chuck
No.
Tingle? He's amazing. I mean, I think he's won the Hugo Science Fiction Award twice now or something. He writes they're completely ridiculous books. I mean, to a level that is very obviously on purpose.
Nothing's more funny than the balloon animal one.
Oh, the one that you like, the one that
Yeah.
you read.
I was like, what in hell
What
am
was
I
it
reading?
called?
Squeak.
Oh,
Chuck
Squeak.
Tingle, and all his books are like they're very politically like he has one I think that looks like it maybe just came out called "The Federal Government Shuts Down My Butt," and they're like they're like ridiculous. There's one about like it's like pounded in the butt by the gay raptor team or something. You're like, or space raptor. I mean, like they are
That's
absolutely. They're also
hilarious.
hilarious, and I mean the covers are just like. I mean,
Oh my
they're
gosh.
unreal. I mean, he is
I'm writing
definitely
that down. I'm gonna have to give it a go.
I knew you would like
pounded
writing
by the
it.
physical
know me.
manifestation of the shockingly massive importance of pre-orders when supporting authors you enjoy in the traditional publishing industry. That's a book. That's
It's a mouthful for a title. Oh my god!
I
That's
love
it.
it.
But he also just put out a couple of like I guess like I don't want to say real books, but they're real books that did very well. But anyways, he won I think a Hugo Award or something, and it was a big thing because he'd never shown his face. Like his author portrait was like an actor or something, and no one knew if it was actually a woman writing as a man. And his whole like author persona is like this ridiculous like he calls everyone buckaroos and how like everyone deserves real love and like he's a karate master and like it's just absurdist fiction. But I think he came out in one of those blow up raptor costumes to like accept this like really prestigious literary award. Or maybe it was a pink ski mask or it's like something just ridiculous. It would be like someone accepting like an Oscar in like a Freddy Krueger mask. I mean, it was just like this, like, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, you could. That's
I'm gonna do that.
yeah. There you go.
A
Blow
raptor
up
costume,
dinosaur.
just
Uh, okay. Okay. So, other than the obvious,
now that
pivot-
I've like just like torpedoed your entire line of questions. Like,
yeah, it's okay.
like,
We're
where
having
are we
fun.
now? Like,
Yeah. So, other than the obvious pivot from MF to MM, did you find it more difficult to write this book than the others?
Yeah, I mean, just yeah, because it was yeah, I mean, because it was my first MM book, and because I didn't want to like I wanted it to be extra. I mean, like that's weird to say. Like I wanted it to be extra good. Like didn't want this one to suck. You know, like it was no, but like I wanted to nail it. Like I wanted to like nail it as a genre, as a subgenre. I didn't want to nail the story and have nothing like if people didn't like the book, I wanted it to be because they didn't like. I don't know, that's a weird thing to say too, but like if someone's not into it, I want them to be not into it because MM is not their thing, not because I did a terrible job of like creating a male male couple or like or if I don't know. I mean, it was maybe it wasn't. It was hard to write because I felt like more personal pressure to do good things with it, I guess. Um, and it's been fun to pivot back all, now also writing MF for the next two books. So, um, but I mean I think I would probably write another one again in not in this series, but I think in the next series there'll probably be another one. Um, I mean, I'm not going to like be suddenly become a strictly MM writer by any means, but yeah, to have some sprinkled in there here, you know, every couple books or something. But
Yeah. The scene that I really loved, it was kind of more, I don't want to say lighthearted's not the word, but it was a happier scene, the coming out. Like, other than his father being a douche, people really accepted it. You know what I mean? And I think that that is so hard because I've seen in personal life, not me, but friends, like where it just wasn't well received. So I love that that's what happened in this book. So it was nice.
it is, yeah, and it's I I thought about that too because it's interesting. Um, I was talking to a reader somewhat recently, actually, but who was is a lot younger, and it's just interesting. Like it's the difference of just like what era you grew up in. I guess I mean like
Mhm.
I was born in the early '80s, so like you know like it was a big deal if someone in high school like came out like that was huge and like in what 1999 or something 1998 like that was massive. I mean people were I mean when did Matthew Shepard happen? That was like 1997 or something where people were still not that it doesn't happen today but like that was like a major news event where like a guy who just because he was gay was dragged out into a field and like beaten to death and left to die. I mean that's I truly hope that doesn't happen anymore. I'm sure people get murdered for all the time anyways but it's you know that was what I'm trying to say is that like you know the whole like being gay or like coming out like that was such a thing in in the 90s in the early 2000s and like by comparison today it's like kids are gay in high school like it's like it would be insane for someone to make a big deal out of it and that again I live in a fairly liberal like you know not even fairly liberal but I live in outside New York. I mean I live in the
Mhm.
I guess a more progressive I guess the word I'm looking for area of the country. I'm sure there are still parts of the US and there's certainly parts of other countries where it isn't that where you're still going to have not a great time coming out in high school but like it was just interesting to talk to this reader that was like just a different perspective having grown up this is someone who's like 26 and it was like that just was a whole different kind of framing of like what it means to like be different and like
Right.
I you know that kids today are you know or I'll include 25-year-olds as being kids but like um it's just different you know it is a different it's not a perfect world but it's certainly more progressed than it was 30 years ago or 50 or 60 years ago for that matter so um
Mm.
yeah I don't know it just that scene in particular kind of made me think of that where it was like I remember you know having a friend who like came out in high school and it was just like it was a serious thing and it was like he got his dad kicked him out for like 2 weeks and it was like this big like thing and like you know in today's world again it is still a thing but it's not um You know what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm
Yeah, it was
lost. I've
so
lost
and
my
I
train of thought here, but
yeah, I graduated in the late 90s and there was a kid I went to school with and I mean he was teased and tormented. And shame on me for being like just turn a blind eye to it, in that particular situation because it just, I mean he's thriving now, but those are things you don't forget.
yeah, yeah.
So it was a beautiful scene. So it's nice to see after getting beat up a few chapters before, at least we had a nice scene.
I think it's like for me, like growing up in the book, it's just kind of like something that we don't talk about. Like if you're, like gay, there it's always known as kind of like you're a comedian kind of thing, because that's kind of like, you know you're gonna be in the entertainment like comedian or stuff like that. But we don't like
Interesting. Yeah.
necessarily
Hmm.
like talk about it. Like I have a friend like in high school that um he or she is she now, and I mean we were friends um with him for a long time, and good thankfully his her brothers are like accepting of her, or how he
Oh,
was in high school. And anybody that would like tease him, like our classmates, they would
yeah.
like they would avoid the older brothers, because we all go in the same school. So but it's, I don't know, it's like we don't like talk about it, like we just knew, like we don't,
Yeah. Yeah.
almost like we kind of like don't talk about it kind of thing. So it just depends on, and we kind of like we were in a religious like Catholic school, so it's also like that too. Like, yeah, it's just interesting kind of to see. But like I was like actually like thinking about it. I was like, well, yeah, most of the comedians that are known in the Philippines are like gay, and I was just like, it's almost like that's their go-to career, kind of.
And yeah, it's almost like 60s through 80s US where, like, oh, you're a Broadway singer or like you're into show tunes or like, yeah, it's just like it's
That's funny. That's true.
Um, oh, this one's like, so we kind of like talk about it, like, like the topic, some of the topics in the book is kind of like tough, like, sexuality to addiction. Did you have to do like a lot of research to portray them accurately on page?
um I guess. I mean, it's um yeah, I mean like struggling this the struggle with like identity and sexuality and all that is I think a closer topic for me just because I have a close family member who has gone through that and I have watched her go through that my whole life. So it's yeah, I mean that's I guess that, but I've and that's also someone like was a good kind of sounding board for just yeah, just what it means to kind of like discover identity and kind of come to
Mm-hmm.
terms with your own identity and stuff. Um, but yeah, and on the same note, I have plenty of family who have gone through like AA too. So um, I mean, I'm Russian, Scottish, and Irish and English. So shockingly, there's a bunch of alcoholics in my family. But yeah, I mean, and that's something I mean, alcohol addiction in particular is something I've been kind of fairly clued into for most of my life. Like that, I mean, I pre being married and pre kids and everything, I did a lot of like bartending in clubs and stuff. So I guess I was around a lot of problematic drinking and probably did my fair share of problematic drinking. I thankfully don't have any sort of problem with my relationship with alcohol. I actually don't drink that much these days, but yeah, I mean, I have very close family members who are very much involved with sobriety and the program, and who are now sponsors themselves. And I've gone to plenty of AA or NA meetings and stuff, and it's yeah, I mean it's a horrifying topic to write about, but it's also really interesting to write about in terms of the realities of yeah, well, why do you drink? Why do you take drugs? Like, why do what is it about you that some people are just like they have an addictive personality, and that's just the first thing that really clicked with them, so they drink or they do heroin or whatever it is. But a lot of times it really is like there's something more about who you are and your relationship to the world and your relationship with yourself that kind of drives you to. And I didn't necessarily want it to be this cliche like Roman drinks to cover the fact that he's gay. They just seemed like so hammer over the head, like just like. But so I wanted to. It's more he drinks for more than his like latent sexuality, but yeah, and bringing in like the cultural aspect of like, oh, he's Russian. He doesn't have an alcohol problem. He's just Russian, and it's like, I mean, that's I mean, almost verbatim lines I've heard from family where it's someone's like, like, oh, like Uncle so and so doesn't have a drinking problem. He's Irish, and you're like, well, yeah, but like it's also 9 a.m. and he's got a coffee cup full of bourbon, so like that's an issue. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird to say it was fun to write about, but it was interesting to bring in, I think, my own kind of like awareness of alcoholism as a disease and as a societal issue, and kind of bring it into the books to bum everyone the fuck out.
Yeah.
So romance is an escapist. Here, let's talk about alcoholism.
But I think I liked it, like that. It was talked about because he was drinking heavily like throughout the book until that part where like cold turkey kind of like no drink. And I mean there you can kind of tell like people around him are like worried, but it's kind of like now he got it kind of.
Yeah, like he's having a fun time. Like he's in control. Like it's yeah.
It was just the expected. Yeah. I think one of the first things I said to Marjorie when we talked about this book was I appreciated the level of accuracy that you had in there, because I have read other books where like I feel like I can't remember if it was a book I read if he was addicted to heroin or meth, and withdrawals 24 hours done, and I'm like, no, no, no. And I actually beta read that book and I said, listen, that's not how this is going to go. And she's like, well, what experience do you have? And I had said to her, I used to have my CASAC, so my level, which is the certification. I said, so how's that for you? Like, I'm telling you, 24 hours isn't going to cut it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, to steer back, I was like, I love that you do the amount of research you do when writing any of your books. It's just so accurate, and it's like we're taking the journey with the characters, and I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, in Roman in particular, like throughout the series, I consciously had him at a drinking level that was like problematic, but not like Motley Crue level of like knowing that like his book was going to involve him becoming sober and dealing with that issue. And if I mean, like, yeah, there's a degree of alcoholism that like, yes, you can, it's going to be horrible and you're going to throw up and have the spasms and all that stuff and the possible seizures and all that. That's alcohol withdrawal. But like, if you're a rock star level, like, you can't stay home and just go off alcohol. I mean, you will die. So like, it's, I couldn't have Roman. I didn't want Roman to, and also just as a character, I didn't want him to be that level of just like fall down alcoholic where he's like waking up and like reaching for a bottle. Like it's not a compelling character either, but like, but yeah, to have, but that's where, I mean, that's where most problematic drinkers are. Like they're that life of the party and they want to keep the party going. And like, that's the level that becomes the most problematic because no one sees it. Cause that's where they're just having a fun time, or they're just Irish, they're just Russian, they want one more. They just like to have a good time. Like it's the people who are waking up and like, drinking a pint of hard alcohol. Like obviously that's like a massive glaring problem for everyone around them. But like, yeah.
Yeah. This was a heavy book. I loved it.
Thanks.
Um, okay, putting you on the spot. Can you give us any spoilers, whether they be small or large, for Bane and Dove's book? Just a
um
little something.
oh, well, I'll say there's been I've um yeah, there's been a lot of chatter, I guess, because I told it's my fault. I told everyone there was going to be 6 books, and I mean, this was just number 5, and there's at least 4 more characters that everyone wants books about, and um, I guess I haven't officially announced it, but I will here. There is actually going to be 7 books in this series, so there will be a 7th book. I had debated like a spin-off kind of like trilogy or something, and it made more sense to just have it be a not just but to have it be it's part of this storyline, this 7th book, and it'll set up and then lead into the next gen books, which will come out next spring. So I haven't like officially kind of announced that either, but this spring is I'm doing a next gen series that'll take place at it's been mentioned a few times in the books, but the school at Knight's Blood that's been mentioned a couple times in a few books, that is like a mafia college kind of thing. And um, I have been dying to write this series for like 2 years, and like literally, and there's a whole bunch of really cool things I want to bring in, and different kind of like pseudo like Hogwarts houses type of stuff, and like different stratification of students, and there's all these cool ideas, and there's at this point a crazy amount of next gen people, like because there's all the I mean there's
There's so many couples.
this will have yeah I mean this will have the kids of the characters from like the Savage Airs books, Venomous Gods, the Dark Hearts books, the Memento Mori books, the Darkest Dance series. I mean, we're talking like it's like 40 kids at least, and like so that series is I'm really psyched to write, and book 7 of this series is really going to kind of set that up into like some kind of fun drama just to kind of jump right off with. So um but you didn't ask me that. You asked me about
No, keep going. Tell us more.
They're just
tell
like,
all the
we're done.
spoilers. Yeah, there's gonna be. I won't give too much, but yeah, the next book is Bane and Dove, because I think that was pretty obviously set up in Dance of Defiance. Yeah, it's going to be really heavy. I'll say that. It's definitely in the same vein of Defiance. Like it's going to be pretty heavy subplot issues and stuff, and topics. Um, it's going to be one of those like ugly cry books, like
Ooh.
yeah, those. Um, yeah.
Thanks for the heads up. I don't, like I have to
Trigger
prep
warning. It's
myself
a
for those. She knows. Colleen knows. Like I have to prep myself for those kind of books.
I'm excited for that.
Well, yeah, because they're like mysterious. You don't like you see them, but you don't really kind of get their personality or like with
yeah, yeah,
Dove, she was very like here's Dove, just like in the fringes, and I'm like, she's gonna probably have a book.
yeah. I mean, she got a little bit in Dance of Devils. There was like a couple like side scenes with Brooklyn and her hanging out, and like a little bit of a kind of peek into like her home life and stuff, um, and then Bane a little bit more in this one. So yeah, I mean, I'm also really excited to write their book, and then I won't say who the 7th book is, but
Damn
I
it. That
mean,
was the next question.
That
you
was
can guess. I mean, it's
We could
it's
speculate.
also highly speculate or highly teed up in this one, but
Okay.
I mean, I'm like thinking it's like there's only other 3 characters that you haven't like talked about that were like in this series. Um
well, but then I mean, then there's a couple side characters from the series who I kind of really wanted to give books to, and I don't. They won't. I mean, there are some side characters who, because I'm not going to put off the next gen books, and it would be weird to then to do next gen and then go back to like the first gen again. Like that's kind of, once you make the leap, it's kind of, you're kind of there. So
Mm. You're not pulling on Eva Winners because Eva Winners, she's on the second gen, and then I think the next book is kind of like, I don't know if it's merging the first and the
oh,
second
no kidding.
gen.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Ooh.
look, there's so many characters. I'm like, what sort of this? I'm like so confused. And like their family trees are like, she
Oh,
had to be
I
careful.
wouldn't be able to keep that
Otherwise, they're
straight.
like, is this incest for now or what's happening here? Like,
I've gotten like that in some of my family tree, or like books where I've been writing, and I'm like, whoa, 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 okay, hang on, like that's
Slow
someone's half
down.
brother, and that. Okay, no, they're good. There's no like chromosomal crossover issues here, but um, yeah, I have a bunch of family trees. I need to release more of into the wild, but yeah.
I don't know, everybody's like asking on your readers group, where are the family trees?
Yeah, I feel I've been off Facebook for since like August. I got Facebook logged me out, and then it's been kind of an issue getting back in. Um, I think I'm nearing a solution with them. It's tricky because I can't just show them a driver's license of for Jagger Cole to get back into Facebook. That's the annoying thing. And if you show them a fake, or if you show them something with AI, like they know, and then they like clamp down on your account. So it's just been a tricky, like, coded emails, and you kind of get like a pseudo coded email back from, like it's a whole, I think I'm close to getting back onto Facebook, but yeah, I mean, it's mid October. I think it's been since the end of August, maybe.
Jeez.
I haven't been on Facebook, which is also like sort of freeing. It's like Facebook is such a time suck sometime, and I don't love social media anyways, but it's kind of sucks to not be in the reader group and be able to like talk to people, interact, and like I'm sure I'll have a gazillion, you know, direct messages when I can get back in. I mean, for some reason I'm still fine on Instagram, no problem. But
Which is funny because they're like connected.
The link.
yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
clearly like yeah, but Facebook is kind of they get a little insane.
It's weird over there because like sometimes I'll
yeah,
get an email saying, here's the code that you requested. I'm like, I didn't request a code, but okay.
yeah, which is like terrifying. Yeah,
Huh.
and it's all, you're just talking to bots anyways, which is really annoying. Like you email and they're like, it's like, thanks, I'm emailing Chat GPT now. Like it's
Oh. Yeah. Okay, curious. I mean, you don't have to answer, but like, is
Yes, you
Evie
do.
gonna have? Yes, I'm nosy. Is Evie gonna have a book eventually? Okay.
yeah.
Come on, go to the second part of that question.
She'll
ahead.
no, go, yeah, ask it. Yeah.
Do
Is
it.
it gonna be Vaughn? Because for some reason I want Vaughn and
What
Evie
is
to be
that
together.
I'll say it. I mean, book 7 is Evie and someone.
Oh, that was so fucked up.
Well, I know
Okay.
people.
but they were teed up real hard in Dance of Defiance. So I mean,
I had a feeling.
it's-
I was like, oh, this would be good because like Roman is so protective of Evie and he does not like Vaughn, so that dynamic would just be hilarious.
I guess we'll see.
Um,
Will Dasha and her bodyguard have a book or a novella? One or the other.
Probably not. I mean, a novella would be pretty fun, but I don't think I have time to do that.
I know.
But that's it's characters like that though. They're like, I would love. I mean, I really, really wanted somehow to bring in, Madame Kuzmina, Magda, into the series and have her have a book. And it's not. I mean, spoiler, it's not going to happen. But But if I did do a novella or some other side book, I did have these like wild ideas of her origin story and like all these interesting ways that she's going to play into some of the storylines, and it's a little much. Like there's world building, and then there's like distractive kind of
Right.
like too many, family trees, and the connections are already way insane anyways. So
We'll just say Dasha and I forgot his name. The bodyguard have a HEA.
Oh, I don't know. No.
Max.
Max. Okay.
Max.
That took
Okay.
me a second. I was like, no, I changed his name at some point. Yeah, Max.
Um, I don't know. It's like we're gonna be able to pick on this one. Do you have a favorite scene in Dance of Defiance?
Mm. Oh, good question. I feel like I do. I'm just trying to think of what it is. I want to. I mean, like maybe those hard scenes, just because I'm really proud of the way they turned out, and they were really hard to write, and like they unfolded exactly how I wanted them to kind of unfold in this kind of antagonistic and violent, sort of into sex, sort of into emotional. Like they just, I to like clap myself on the back. They yeah, they were hard, and I think I did really well with them. It's like,
Oh, you
good job,
absolutely
self.
did.
Like,
Yeah, but
um,
you did.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I was like, a couple of those, I was like, yeah, man, like, good job. And so yeah, I think those might be my favorite. I mean, um, oh, you know what? The scene, um, after when Val walks out into the rain, and Roman follows him out.
Oh, okay.
That one, yeah, that one was good too. Just because that felt like a good, like that was like a whole book build up kind of part, like the final sort of like accept mutual acceptance or whatever, what like what do you want to call it? Yeah, that maybe that one.
Yeah, because that started out rough, like
Yeah,
making
yeah.
him jealous. And then we're gonna do this, and I was like, I think I like put the book down, and then I like make comment. Is it really happening? Is this really happening? Or like,
Is
what
this
is going
really?
on?
Yeah.
No.
Like, I don't. It's like, please don't tell me that did not happen. And then it's just like, oh thank God. Like, but I was
He
like
said, just
waiting.
kidding.
Yeah, I was waiting for. Okay, this is. You know how like in male female, when the female is making the male jealous, the guy would like. I was like waiting for Belle to like just grab her hair. I'm like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
grab her hair,
You're
like
up.
get out, kind of thing. Like, but I was like, oh, you know what? You probably can't do that. Like,
Yeah, I was like, there's a
just that,
line.
yeah.
Like,
But it's like, I don't know. So,
Yeah, you
but
don't want to
that
be
was a good one
canceled.
too. I was thinking, I was like, is he gonna follow him or what? It was like,
no, you're out. Okay, well,
right, like I said, it was a
see you in a
50-50.
bit.
I was like,
Call you.
If you could switch lives with any one of your characters for a day, who would it be?
Hmm. Um.
You're like, none of them.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, I mean, like I'm like, Kier lives in like a Vanderbilt mansion and drives cool cars. Is like a bazillionaire. But on the other side, it'd be, I guess it'd be cool to be like 28 for a day. Like,
Oh, yeah, right.
um,
I even have half that energy.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll say Kier, just because he's more fresh in the brain right now, I guess. But
Okay.
yeah,
I love that.
Kira has energy. Like as
a
much
certain
as Silver Fox is,
a
he has
certain kind of energy. Yeah.
energy. Like, I'll be like, how old are you again? I'm pretty sure they call you like the Silver Fox in this series.
Yeah, I think he's like, I think I have him like 45 in the books, but
See, that's the thing with like when you're writing second gen, I'm gonna imagine the first gen that they're still in their 40s.
That's a
Oh,
tough.
I know,
Yeah,
because then I
I've
start to
seen a
worry.
couple. I've seen a couple authors kind of do that with next gen, where they're like, yeah, everyone had kids real young, and they're all really healthy, and they work out a lot, and they take lots of supplements, and they're like, like in phenomenal shape, and they're 40 something. Like it's
I was telling Colleen
with
because I
yeah,
was like reading Eva Winner's second gen, and I was like, one of the second gen was like he's already in his 30s, and I was like, wait, how old is his dad again? I'm like, he's in his 60s. I was like, but his wife is like in her 40s. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna make them 40s, and we'll get, because they kept like saying like I'm retiring, and I'm like, but you're young. And then I was like, oh
Yeah.
wait,
yeah.
no, they're in their 60s. They're not that young, but
Well, it makes it interesting when you're like, okay, like I write in, and there's a lot of other authors who write in this one world, and you're like, okay, but like I don't plan on retiring, like me personally, like in the next like 5 years. So you're like, okay, like so you have all these first gen books, and then you're like, then there's the second gen, but how long to go with second gen before you have third gen? And do you do third gen? Because now first gen are going to be in their
yeah,
80s.
yeah.
Oh, come
Like it's
on. Yeah.
like do you deal with like first gen characters dying like
No,
within the
no,
third
don't
gen
do
books? Like
that.
that seems like such a bummer. Like I have like no interest in doing
Um,
that. So
no.
Now I'm
I'm not
worried.
going to either, but
Me,
it's
like,
yeah.
there's one author, Kylie Kent. There's a third gen series. I'm reading her third
Mm.
gen series, but we don't talk about the first gen. Like, we just like they're alive. I mean, they go here and there. Like, one of her books that she did was like the reunion of the family, and I was like, one of the first gen was, kind of sick. And like, we don't talk about that. We're gonna like ignore that. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about it. So even with the third gen, they're like, we see the parent, like the second generation, but we hardly see the first gen in there. So we just pretend they're all
Now I'm
alive.
worried
No,
for
I'm
one of my
not. Yeah,
favorite characters.
no one's dying. It's
Who's your,
I'm
oh,
not. Yeah.
is it Vito?
Is it Vito? Yeah, Vito.
Vito
Come
is
Oh
on.
your
God,
favorite
no.
character.
Vito's
You
immortal.
cannot kill
Vito,
him ever.
he'll live
He's
forever. He's
immortal.
Yeah. Or the grandma. What's her name?
oh
Grandma for
Demetra.
the Dracos. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
we're not.
No,
We're,
they're immortal. They'll
they're
live forever. I
immortal,
mean,
Thank you.
right?
Little
um,
old Greek Nonas live forever. So I mean, that's just science.
we're gonna pretend that they're all alive. They're partying it up. Like, what did we say? It's like they have a nursing home, their own nursing home, where they're just partying it up in there.
Yeah. I know.
The
It's
only
like, it's fiction. Why do I stress myself out?
I've seen it done. There was a science fiction. So yeah, it worked because it was science fiction, but there was a science fiction series I read years ago that the way that they kept characters from the first book into the second and then third books, which spans like 150 years. And you're like, oh, like how are you gonna? Is it at some point people invent like immortality, basically, or like gene sequencing that keeps you alive until you're like 500 years old? And it was like, I mean, that was lazy, but I'm here for it. It's fine because now you have the perspective of like a 200-year-old character in like the third book who can like give insight and not be dead. So yeah.
Ooh, so this one, if you have to spend a day with one of your characters, like hang out with them, who would it be?
Who would be the most
Vito.
fun?
I feel like that's
I
a
kind of, yeah, I want to hear your answers too. Um,
I would hang out with Killian because he seems, but he's like the funny unhinged, like,
yeah, I mean, he'd have a good time. I mean, maybe you'd murder someone, but you'd.
I mean, he's funny, like he just doesn't care. He's gonna do whatever he wants.
Um, I feel like hanging out with like Nero would be pretty fun. I'm like still in like Darkest Dance series headspace, so like he sounds just like a lot of fun. I feel like maybe Gabriel from the Venomous Gods books from Poisonous Kiss, just because I feel like he would like have standing reservations at like places you can't get reservations at. Like I just feel like he's like the governor now, so he would just like he'd open doors, and like there'd be some really fun like underground poker game or something, and yeah, Nero would just do something insane. So that'd be pretty fun too, I think.
I'm hanging out with Vito. We're gonna hang out by the pool, but he's got to put a
Oh, Vito
speedo
would be.
on. He's got to put a speedo on.
I
You're like, do I want an adventure? Or do I just want to eat cavatelli and drink like
That's it.
Barolo all day? And it's
bullshit.
there's Vito. So
I mean, he's retired in this mansion where
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fun time.
yeah, a pants optional mansion where he just has pasta all day and hangs out by the pool. So yeah, that's
Exactly.
Oh, do you want to ask this one? That's your favorite,
Yes,
Marjorie?
it's my favorite question.
Go ahead, do it.
Out of all your books, which book would you choose if it happens or when it happens to adapt into a movie?
oh, man, that's a good one. I mean, if Netflix is asking, I mean, they're all wide open for optioning. I don't know. I kind of I want to say that just because it's been a topic of conversation with my agent the last couple of months, but the next gen series, I just feel like it would make such a great show or something, like it would, or maybe a movie, but like it's got like the sex and violence, it's got mafia, it's kind of got that, it's got a little Hogwarts in it, like it's got the 4 different houses, like intrigue, family dramas, this pre-established existing family trees and characters, it's got all this stuff, and it's like just like make that the next, like I don't know, make it like Harry Potter meets like Gossip Girl meets like Carlito's Way, or I don't know. I mean, like throw in a bunch of mafia
That's a
stuff.
mixture.
But it's also college, so there's gonna be drama.
Yeah, like throw in, make it I don't know, like I make it Dawson's Creek, and I realized how dated that made me sound, but like
No, I know. I know.
yeah, I don't know. One Tree Hill with with
Yes,
mafia violence.
Mafia in it. What was it? Venomous Gods, Club Venom would be interesting.
Yeah. I just today I'm in the middle of getting I'm it's been one of those things where I'm like, next month it's gonna happen. And I've been saying that for like 2 years, but truly, really soon I'm gonna have a store on my website that has signed paperbacks and merch and things like that. And one of the things little things I'm making is really pro looking, like gold, like foil stamped Club Venom business cards, or like members only cards, just as like a bookmark or something. But it's a Club Venom. I have did I bring that home?
We get a sneak peek.
No, I have. No, that's not it. I had like it's like someone's actual business card where I was like, that's the look, and it was.
Oh, okay.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that would definitely, it'll do well. You need to get that up and running. Oh shit! Hold on.
What are you doing over there?
It's gonna die.
Oh, you're a mess. You want me to ask the last question? Yeah, you're a mess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So, what out in this book? What would be like one scene if it, happens to be a movie, adapted to be a movie, like a powerful scene to see play out on screen?
Defiance, like in particular.
Yes.
I mean, there's a bunch that probably you couldn't put into a movie without some pretty stringent age restrictions. But I don't know. I mean, you could. I mean, in my head, I mean, just to say it again, I mean, like the rain scene, like that just seems so cinematic to me. Of like this, like crash together in the rain, sort of like fuck you into I love you kind of thing, and like. Yeah, that felt so like a movie that I was like, hang on, like I had to have, like, this is coming from, like, I stole this, right? Like this is from a movie, and like I had my wife read it too, and it was like like this is great, right? Like, is this great because it was like it's like a Matthew McConaughey movie? I mean, like it's
Those are like back in the day, like, you know, like when they would do those good romance movies, there's always like the rain scene.
yeah. I mean, it was like it was certainly that. It was like this has definitely been done, but
Okay.
like
I just thought of a rain scene, but they didn't break up at that point. But I'm not going to say what movie because it'll definitely date me, and everyone will know how
Whatever,
old.
we've been dating ourselves for like a
Well,
while
remember
now.
I don't know if either of you seen it, 9.5 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah, but that rain scene was not. That was like in the middle.
But it's not a breakup scene for them. It's more like
Well, it's a
they're
breakup
kind of
for a
breaking.
minute. Well,
Well, they
now
broke
we're
up,
giving
but
it
that
all
doesn't like
away.
they're coming together.
Giving it
Like,
all away,
Yeah.
Marjorie.
oh shit! Sorry. I
Damn
just realized I'm like spoiling for everybody. My bad.
Damn you!
Abort. Don't listen
You
to
have to
this.
edit that out.
Edit.
Edit. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, that was the last question.
I told you.
Sorry, I was having technical difficulties. I'm sorry.
Over that.
Well, that brings us to the end of the episode. Thanks again, honestly, for coming back and chatting with us. You
Thank you
are
for having me.
one of
Yeah,
our
I mean that was just as fun as the first time. So
Yeah, I know you never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, so thank you and congratulations on your
Thanks.
newest release.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot. Here's to more to more woke shit books in the future. So well.
There you go. I love it. I love it.
That's your new tagline.
Yeah. Here's some more woke shit.
Canceled immediately. Like
what was? Oh, it was woke shit. It's not going to be any woke shit or gay
Shit or
shit.
gay shit.
So.
I appreciated the similar wording. It was like, is there going to be any woke shit in this book? And I was like I mean,
Maybe it's the same person.
Probably.
And then
Different
the other
email.
one was like the threat. There was like there better not be any gay shit. And it was like, or
I'm sorry, like we love.
or I will feel things I'm not prepared to feel. That'll be on you, Jagger.
Oh my god. Where were we again?
Oh, your part. Yes, thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
No, you have to come back for the second gen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Once
Nosy.
that gets rolling, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm still blown away that your real name isn't Jagger, but whatever. It's gonna take me some time to
Sorry,
get
like,
over
this is
that.
like,
Just gonna really
finish the episode.
got a journal about this.
Mess
This
over
is
here.
I am. Anywho, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to Unfiltered Romance Nights so you never miss an interview or a book chat. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Unfiltered Romance Nights Podcast. Well, that's all. See you next time.
See you next time.